Funny feel like you want me, and I guess in a way you do. Holding my breath, unraveling emotions. I need some space to think this through. Call me all night long. Try to give you hints and a hard to see. Right on the line, no. Losing it.
Hello everybody and welcome to Tier 2, the next season awaiting for us, and we are here to deliver. I am CM Punk and I'll be your main voice of the night. Babulas is also here.
As always.
Yes, as per usual. And we're starting this season's Tier 2 as Tier 3 and Tier 1 as well. We're starting the season in Portugal, which I believe wasn't on the calendar last season, so this is definitely something new to be looking forward into. And I'm going to be wondering who's going to be our first pole position winner of this season. So we have 19 drivers here with us tonight, and I am looking for the last season's champion, but I don't really see him on the grid, which of course we're gonna miss Luke because, I mean, maybe he's gonna show up next race. I don't know. I think Luke, is he still in Tier 2? No idea.
No, I don't see him.
I mean, I don't know if he just isn't here tonight, or has he moved to a higher tier, because he was absolutely beast. He was absolute beast the last season in Tier 2, so maybe he moved into Tier 1. I haven't noticed. But anyway, we have plenty of other very exciting drivers to look forward, so we're going to see what they can pull off. We have Christian, who was, I believe, last season second place at the championship, and we have our gamer, who was also close to a championship last season, so definitely a couple of drivers who we'll be looking into, and perhaps we're going to see some surprises that season as well. So I'm trying to take a look who's going to be the first one to work on their lap time, and I think it's going to be Dice from AlphaTauri. Yes, you're right.
Your favorite driver.
Absolutely. This season, AlphaTauri driver, I mean, definitely fits more into his character as a driver, if you know what I'm saying. But, well, we'll see. We'll see what he can pull off. So, obviously, new season, new me, new challenges, whatever you want to call it. Let's see if Dice will take this mentality with him. He doesn't have a lot of battery. That long main straight definitely takes a lot of your battery. And let's see what Dice can pull off. So it's going to be the first sector wrap for him. That was a bit of a mishap, I don't know. Was there a bit of a slip up, perhaps? So, I'm going to have to wait a bit to get some times on the scoreboard. I can see almost full grid. We're missing one person only tonight. So, this is definitely going to be exciting. We know that Portugal, this track here in Portugal, is going to be exciting to see drivers race at. I do actually enjoy this track quite a lot. Do you, Babulas?
I'm not the biggest fan. I like it, but I had bad experiences.
Oh, what was that? What was that? Who was in the way of Dice? That was Fox, and he's getting a penalty for that. And I believe this is absolutely reasonable penalty, because how can you be so in the way? Like, except for being in the way, he literally turned into him. So Dice's lap is gonna be ruined. But most importantly, Fox is gonna have, I believe, 5 places grid penalty. Was that 5 places? Yes, I think it's 5 places grid penalty. So yeah, Dice with so far the fastest lap, but of course it's not gonna last long. But Fox gets a 5 places grid penalty for impeding Dice on his quick lap, and yeah, the game doesn't often do proper penalties, but that is 100% deserved in my opinion, at least. Or perhaps, I don't know, F1 at all, but we're gonna find out later on. But anyway, no idea what was Fox trying to do. Maybe he hasn't realized that Dice is right behind him, but anyway, gonna see what they can pull off later on. Querke already topping Dice by over a second, and he's getting topped by Crowley Voice as well.
My man.
117.2 from the Alpine driver. Now we wait for the rest of the grid to show up on the scoreboard with 30 minutes left to go.
Did you see the race yesterday?
I was watching it a bit, not the full race, but I was watching the beginning, most importantly. I saw you do the commentary on the first turn.
Crowley is a little bit angry with me because I said go easy and you have the win, and yet he spun 3 laps before the end of the race. So I'm told I was waiting for that, and he got a little bit misunderstood. a little bit offended.
Okay.
And
So why don't you?
I told him, basically, him because he's Greek and I don't mess around when speaking with Greeks. I know you can't hold your composure until the end of the race.
Okay, so let's not jinx anybody here today on purpose. At
Mali
least.
first place, 116.8.
Red Bull driver on
116.843.
Yeah, just behind them, Gurla P3. So Ferraris are looking strong right now, but the Red Bull driver is on provisional pole. We are waiting for the other times.
Second place.
5,000th of a second behind Mali. What a gap between the Williams and the Red Bull. Absolutely amazing. And of course, it's not the final laps of these guys.
And if everything goes well, it is a little bit slippery, the track here.
Ooh, but Christian, 0.7 faster than Mali, so Christian putting in the work last season. Equals!
Yes.
Equals, getting that P1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Just a bit ahead of Christian. That is a very narrow gap. Of course, the top 2 is very narrow, but look at the gaps between top 3, 4, and 5. This is incredible so far. The qualifying sessions in Tier 2 were always exciting, so really looking forward to those in that season. We're going to see what the rest of the grid can show us, because we're still waiting for the times of Rompostrat, Mach, Riyad Yamakovic, Skoloin, Larson, and our gamer. These guys still haven't put time on the board, but this is looking very good so far. Very equal fight between the two rivals so far, Equals and Christian, and the rest of the grid also fighting for important places. Rompostrat with a nice P3.
Third sector for Robo.
Yeah, that is there's a good potential, big potential in that Mercedes driver. He could be going even for pole position, because if he can pull off purple sector 3, maybe he can work on the previous sectors as well and could possibly go for pole position. Much
please let us know if the audio and the video of the stream is okay, because I don't have any feedback right now.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for that. I mean, no one's watching tonight. YouTube is like 3 viewers maybe, so who's watching that? Come on.
We have viewers in Twitch, so...
Damien says, all good on stream.
Thank you very much.
Damien, the biggest fan of Tier 2.
Skoloin just validated his lap, and I don't know if we have other guys. We have Skamagas in P11 in his outlap.
Yeah, but the only people who have the time so far are Skoloin, Larson, and Gamer. Gamer and Larson still in the pits, and you have to wonder, is that the decision they're making, or they can't go on the lap for some reason?
Because they want to get a driver of the day, you know that. The easiest driver of the last to first.
Last to first, yeah, I knew you were gonna say that, so... Okay, we're gonna see how it's gonna go for them.
I'm gonna report Gamer to the committee.
Why do you want to report him? He's actually making the things in the race fun. Don't report him. Let the guy cook. You want to see what's he gonna pull off.
If he wants to cook, he has to go to the kitchen, mate. Come on.
Let the guy
he knows how to cook.
What he can do.
Or you will eat something and you will go by ladies.
Yeah, I know. Okay. We're still waiting for somebody to actually
work starting.
On the
Let's go on board.
Yep. Finally. Like every single person right now is either in the pits or on an outlap. Skamagas is the only one on the quick lap, I believe, because I think Skoloin is also on an in-lap, so Skamagas is the only person right now on a flying lap. Crowley Voice has just begun his own right now as well, so here we go, the second round of laps in Portugal coming up. Ooh, bit of slip up. Yeah, that exit from that corner is very tricky indeed. I'm trying to take a look at Crowley Voice, and he didn't have that much of an issue with that corner, but again, Skamagas with a bit of slip up, so it's going to be the best lap.
This track is a little bit slippery. If you're not careful enough, you can find yourself spinning out of control.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I never said it's easy. I said it's entertaining because there's a lot of fight in here, but of course, it's extremely slippery in some places. I know that because I was racing here quite a bit back in the day, so I do know the parts of the track where it's actually very slippery. so these guys are gonna have to watch out to not spin out, because this could be a common issue here in Portugal. But we're gonna find that out in the race. In the meantime, Skalagas is trying to cross the finish line, entering final sector. Where is he gonna put himself from that P11 with those 2 mistakes? I don't think it's gonna be much of an improvement, maybe just a bit. No, he's coming into the pit lane. He knows this is gonna be good for nothing. Crowley Voice, on the other hand, he's right behind him. He's gonna go to the finish line. Is he gonna improve for that P12? He does. P8 for Crowley Voice in that Alpine, so it's looking pretty good for now for the Alpine driver, going up into that P8. And I can see the top drivers coming onto the track right now. Ooh! You're gonna like that, because Ocean says that rain at the start of the race, he's been informed.
Finally, they gotta help my please.
What do you mean finally? It's the first race of the season, come on.
Yesterday it didn't rain.
Yes,
It's the first race of the second division, okay?
Yeah, second division is always the best division. What do you mean? It's always the best. I don't think we have seen better qualifying than in second division. Come on. The qualifying in here is absolutely on the edge between everybody. So, 7 minutes left to go, so we're gonna have about 2 laps remaining for everybody. And I can see Christian is on his quick lap, so is Rampostrat, and Equals is about to begin. His quick lap has just begun.
Is finishing right now.
And where's he gonna go?
Place, 116.
Not bad, not bad.
7.
Not close enough for the fight for pole position, but good enough. I can see Christian making that first sector purple, so this might be good for Christian. Let's see what he can pull off. So he goes for the second sector. Not a slip up in here, that was a good, because you could easily get slipped on that corner, and he's doing it pretty good so far. Let's see what he can do. This one is also tricky, but it's going through it quite nicely. Let's see what he can pull off. So he goes for the second sector. Christian, how much of an improvement is that gonna be? And I didn't saw it, I don't know why, the game didn't show me, but he's entering the final sector as of right now. Let's see what he can pull off. Christian, down to the finish line he goes. And he's gonna go, where's he gonna go? Christian on provisional pole position. However, this is not done yet. Rampostrat, he's coming in. It's not gonna be an improvement, but Equals is on a fast lap. Maybe he can pull something in here. Let's see what he can do. The Mercedes driver, he's gonna stay on the track to the finish line. He goes, and it's not gonna be good enough. It's 0.008 of a second behind Christian, so he's on the front row right now, P2 provisionally, but it's not enough for pole, so it's gonna be a final round, 1 more lap before the end of the qualifying session. It's gonna be between Christian and Equals. Yeah, Gamer goes up to P4, so it's not gonna be last to first from the Red Bull driver. Now I see some positions changing. Mali goes down all the way to 8 due to these improvements. Larsen still hasn't set the time, neither did Skoloin.
Skoloin is on his out lap, he's just started his hot lap. Just crossed the finish line.
Yeah, and we'll see if he can actually pull the time on the board, put the time on the board right now, because he hasn't been able to do that throughout the whole session. It's been only 4 minutes left in the session, so he doesn't have that much time. He's gonna have to make this lap count, and let's see if he can do it while we wait for the second round of laps between Christian and Equals, who are at the moment looking like a favorite to pick up the pole position with a pretty solid gap between them and the rest of the grid. So let's see what they can pull off.
P7 Houdibagos with Alpine.
Yeah, Houdim gets up into P7 from an Alpine. Try and take a look if Skoloin can put a lap together. He doesn't have much time, 4 minutes left. A bit of slippery again, but he's still putting it on the track, so it's all good as long as he can finish the lap with a solid time. Dice is still sitting at P17, I'm afraid. He hasn't really improved.
He's out.
Skoloin. Yes, Skoloin, after slipping a bit here and there, is finally coming to the finish line, and he's coming in again. Why? At this point, just make a delta lap and then try another lap. I mean, 3 minutes is not a lot. Maybe he was like, I'm not gonna make it, so he wants the best possible lap. But if he invalidates the next one, he's not gonna have any time at all. He's gonna start from the back, and that is quite a big of risk in the league racing. So yeah, we're gonna see where's this gonna put him. So the people on the track right now are Fox, Querke, and Dice. Of course. So
your favorite driver.
let's see. Let's see what he can pull off. Ooh, that's what he can pull off. Aye, aye, aye. Well, I mean, 3 minutes, surely he's gonna have enough time to get back into the pits, get back on the track. I'm not delusional. He's still got time. Let the guy take care of himself. So yeah, I believe Dice was robbed after that horrendous impeding from Fox. So without that, he will probably be P1 at the moment. We all know that Dice was robbed here tonight. But yeah, obviously, gonna wait for him to come back in the race. So for now, let's take a look at what the other drivers can show us. Who is on the track making a lap? Well,
Fox just started.
Yeah. Fox has just started his quick lap. He's P12 at the moment, but including that 5... Oh!
Too much of a curb.
Yeah, so it's the second driver in a row who wouldn't be able to complete a good lap. He's P12 right now, and he'll be sent back 5 positions, so it's not the best qualifying session for Fox, and it might even get worse if the guys behind him will improve, so gotta have to wait for that to see if it's gonna happen. Everybody's on an out lap. Nobody has begun his quick lap yet, except for Fox. Trying to take a look at
now.
Yeah, laps. So let's take a look what can the other hats pull off. Larson retires in the pit lane, so perhaps he doesn't want to or can't participate in the qualifying session as he hasn't set the time in this session. Now let's see what can Lepson pull off. First sector. He's not gonna slip in here. This is quite tricky. Stays in the lines, doesn't slip. That was a good move from Lepson. Let's see what he can do in sector 2 as he enters it right now. Still got a bit of road ahead of him. So of course we're looking at Lepson, but the moment that Christian Equals gonna start their quick laps, we're gonna have to take a look at those guys. We need to see who's gonna be on pole position, because it's of course most likely gonna be between those. I mean, sure, Rompostrat and Gamer or Crystals could join the battle, but so far it seems like it's only between Christian Equals in that qualifying session. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen in between those two, as Lepson is about to finish last sector of his final lap, and he was P11 throughout basically the whole qualifying session. Let's see where it's gonna be as of right now. Where's this gonna put him? Haas driver, is he gonna improve at all? Yes, he does. Goes P7, respectable position from Lepson. Everybody else is on a quick lap right now as well, except for the top 3 guys who I'm most curious. There he goes. Equals on a hot lap, and Christian right behind them. So we're gonna have to take a look at the board to see the changes, but I want to see who's gonna be faster, Equals or Christian. I want to see who's gonna improve and not. So Equals is right ahead of Christian. He's gonna be the first man to finish his final lap. Stays in the lines. Good job from Equals. There's not a lot of improvement. Actually, there's no improvement from sector 1.
Because I can't find it.
Yeah. Equals is P2 right now.
Mazurs?
Hmm?
For Mr. Mazurs in P2.
I have Equals in P2.
Nice game.
Nice game. No, honestly, in my game, P2 is Equals, really. The Mercedes.
Our gamer P3. Mooch P3. Our gamer P4.
Okay, what we need to know is who's gonna be on pole position. So I guess it's not Equals.
The Mercedes guy is
Yeah.
finishing right now, and he's going to the pits. Let's see about Christian.
So Christian pole position. Nothing can take it away unless Rompostrat can do something out of nothing. Rompostrat, no, not enough. P3, so it is Christian pole position. I just realized that you were right, because I'm looking at the stream on the phone. It's just crazy because I have Equals in P2, but in your game it's actually Tomazos. I just realized that.
And I was trying to find Equals and I couldn't find him.
Yeah, and I was like, who are you talking about? Like, who are you talking about? There's no one like that. I mean, come on. So yeah, that is weird. The question is now, is it Equals or Tomazos? Who is that? Or is the same person with different nickname? I don't know, to be honest.
I don't know why the game does that, because I don't know if it has anything to do with the friend list you have on Steam. Probably because I have two mousers on the Steam, maybe it's showing me that name.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Anyway, Christian keeps his pole position and he's gonna start us off in Portugal in Tier 2, the first race of the season, while the two Mercedes boys will be right behind them. So we're gonna have to look who's gonna be leading afterwards. Also, Fox, he's gonna have that 5th place penalty, so he's gonna go down from that P13 quite heavily. So yeah. That was a qualifying session, very close gap between Equals and Christian.
Look at the top 10, under 1 second.
Yeah, I see it. The gap is very small between every driver from the top 10, so definitely gonna be interesting.
Your driver is basically last.
I mean, come on, he's not basically last, if I count correctly.
Skoloin and Larson didn't make any time register.
Yeah, but Fox, after getting this penalty, he's gonna be behind Dice, right?
Probably, yes.
He's 13th, and he's gonna get 5 positions, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be starting behind Dice.
We are talking about the actual times. Oh,
who cares about actual times? Oh,
yes.
That's not a rain. That is tsunami. That is wet water everywhere. Holy crap!
Look at that pools of water.
Yeah, actually crazy. So I'm wondering who's gonna survive turn 1 in Tier 2 in those conditions. I'm wondering. So gonna be a lot to see. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to stick the camera somewhere in the top or somewhere in the midfield because we want to see as most of action as possible in turn 1. So yeah, let's keep the camera somewhere in between the top and the midfield into turn 1.
You know how happy I am right now, yes?
Yeah, I realized how happy you are based off your sounds, so yeah.
So
I'm actually
waiting for the players
scared
to decide their strategies according to the info they have.
Yeah. Okay, but do we have a
formation lap?
Yeah. Don't worry.
And I hope we have safety car today because I had some info that yesterday we didn't have any.
I peeked at the chat in Discord and they've said we will have the safety car normally today. So hopefully.
Very interesting information. Everybody's on full wets except a gamer.
Ooh.
With Inters.
The question is Gamer crazy or is everybody else crazy? Who's the madman?
By the look of the tracks right now, the thing that I'm watching, I think Gamer is.
I have no idea what was the motivation behind those inters. Oh, Skamagas and Yamakovic has bumped into each other because they're now disqualified, so... or at least one of them bumped the other
line. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, they're gonna start without warming the tires. I mean... those inters, I have to wonder... is this the good idea? I'm looking at Gamer right now.
Look at
he's either sandbagging...
Christian. Look at the spray Christian has...
I know. I'm looking at Gamer and I'm trying to think, is he sandbagging us into thinking those inters are shite, or is he actually just can't drive them? Look at Gamer. I don't think that was a good decision, mate. I don't think that inters are good in those conditions. Absolutely not. Again, unless Gamer knows something we don't, like it's gonna stop raining in like 2 laps and it's gonna be better to have intermediates, but yeah. I don't think it's gonna work out.
Okay, maybe it will stop raining in 2 laps, okay?
Maybe, again.
Can he handle the raindrops until then? This amount of rain until then, 2 laps, can he handle that?
We're gonna find out in a couple of minutes. For now, we can only hope to see something interesting. So,
very, very, very anxious right now. My heart is pounding.
Yeah, this is very interesting to see where this is gonna go. I'm pretty sure Gamer's gonna get overtaken on the start many times due to his tire disadvantage, because I think wets are so much better in the intermediate than intermediates on the start right now.
Let's see a clear start without a the tower in the game.
Yep. So we're lining on the grid. Finsick didn't do it properly. Here we go. Season 14 of Tier 2 is going green here in Portugal. And we are racing, and is Christian gonna be able to hold his lead into turn 1? Equals had a better start than him. Can he do him into turn 1? Oh, can he? This is gonna be tight. Equals down the inside. No, Christian's gonna lead after turn 1. Oh, that was close. But we have lost only Lepson, I believe, who is down to P19 all the way to the bottom. But I can see also some people going down, so... For now, for sure, Lepson has gone off, and the other has as well, Fox and Dice. So 3 drivers got caught up in the situation. Gamer already dropped 2 positions, and he just keeps on giving because he's now getting overtaken by his teammate. So there's a lot of action. Oh, Gamer going wide, yellow flags. That was caused by Larson, I believe, who is now out of the track. Guria gets 10-second penalty for cutting corners. Where do you get that from? Anyway, I'm trying to take a look at Gamer. Oh, Crowley voice right behind him almost took him out. Via spinning, so this is definitely slippery. Crystals gets up into a P8 out of Crowley voice, but Crowley's gonna try to win this back on the inside. Kenny now Crystal's gonna have the inside line, and he will hold his position. Finsick trying to join the battle for P9 as well. Oh, and there goes Crystals, pushed away by Crowley voice, and he's gonna go out of the track. Now Finsick trying to get the move on Crowley voice, can't get it fully, but the Ferrari driver is down to the P19 all the way to the bottom. Shame for a Ferrari driver. We have so many things right now going on. I can see a lot of fight in the front between Mach and Hudim. I can see the fight between... there goes Hudim up into P4. I can see the fight between Finsick, who is trying to get the best of Crowley voice. I don't know who to follow. There's so many things going on right now. Mali gets up into P5 ahead of Mach, who is now dropping 2nd position in a row. He just dropped place towards Hudim. Is trying to win this back now. Mach on the right side of the Red Bull driver. There he goes, winning the position back. Can he hold it? Because here comes Mali on the left side. Gamer right behind him. This is quite entertaining to look at. We have another spin in the back. That was Lepson again, who is going off. And I can see Mach going very wide, but he's gonna drop position towards Mali. Gamer's trying to get a piece of that as well, but he can't fit himself in there. Oh, can he? Trying to squeeze past him. No, he's gonna have to back it off. Mach is holding that P6. Well, Equals is just zooming away. He's doing perfectly so far in those heavy and tricky conditions, as Christian is trying to stay behind him P2.
Mercedes guy is too much for me, Equals for you, okay? Just
yeah, I'm gonna say Equals, you're gonna say your version. We're gonna have 2 versions.
And the thing is, Romostrat is right on the tail of Christian.
Yeah, Romostrat is having... Overall, Mercedes are having a wonderful race so far. The qualifying was really good for them, but the race is even better right now because they have a leader and P3 who is trying to get up into P2. So this might as well be Mercedes 1-2, but of course there's a long way to go. And I'm taking a look at Gamer, who is going ahead up against Mach again, despite the fact he's on worse tires technically. But overall, Gamer's not doing that bad. I think he only dropped like 2 positions on those tires, and if the conditions are going to improve in a moment, so that could mean that Gamer will benefit heavily from that. So I'm trying to take a look who is the closest. I can see Skamagas and Finsick going at it, and Skamagas just gained the position, but I'm pretty sure he was very wide, if not to say out of the track. But still, here comes Finsick trying to get the position back. He can't get it quite yet, and he has to also watch over his shoulder because he's got Skoloin right behind him. So he's in between Aston Martin sandwich. Yellow flags in the back. That was caused by Dice. Perhaps it's a game bug because I refuse to believe Dice actually has done a mistake. Anyway, oh, that was a mistake from Skamagas on the other hand, because Finsick just gonna get ahead of him. Is he? Yes. I mean, Skamagas would have to give the position back, at least for a moment, due to him leaving the track, and now both Aston Martins are gonna have to let each other through to not cause mayhem, and Skamagas lets Skoloin go, and Skoloin gets up into P11. In the meantime, Gamer and Mali have swapped position, and you have to wonder, was that the decision from the Red Bull, or was that just our Gamer being faster on technically worse tire compounds? So that is interesting to see what can Gamer pull off, or is this some kind of Red Bull strategy?
In a couple of laps we are going to have a lot of penalties coming in, because I see a lot of people going out of the track.
Yeah. So maybe our Gamer was actually genius with those inters. And Mali!
What I said! I just said it! Mali
gets a 3-second time penalty. So it's the second penalty. I'm still wondering how Gurla got 10 seconds from one corner. That is wild. So still, I can see the overtakes of Riyad Yamakovic going up against Crowley Voice.
A lot of people leaving the track right now. A lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is the rain or something else.
I have no idea. I'm trying to take a look at who's the closest to each other, but there's a lot of close fights right now. It's changing very dynamically due to the weather.
After Riyad.
Yeah, Riyad, who just got ahead of him, and now Crowley's trying to win a position back. In the meantime, Much has gone too wide, and he's gonna get not only 3 seconds worth of penalty, but he might also lose a position against the Yamakovic, who is trying to get the best of the AlphaTauri driver, who is struggling heavily right now in those conditions. Here comes the Alfa Romeo driver, Riyad Yamakovic. Can he make a move on Much? Much is defending so far so good, and he's gonna keep his P7 for now, but Riyad seems more comfortable as of right now. He's gonna try to get closer to the inside, to the right side. There he goes, Much, a bit of the track. Kamagas in the meantime gets a 3-second penalty, but here comes Yamakovic around the outside on Much, and is he gonna do him? Oh, too slippery. No, he couldn't get past him. It was too slippery on the outside. He's gonna have to sit back behind Much again. He's gonna try to go to the right side this time, and he's gonna force him to go wide, and by this he's gonna get a position as he goes up into P7. And so far nobody's coming into the pits. Everybody stays on the wet tires, and Gamer seems confident in them. Now who's gonna be P7 at the end of turn 1, because Riyad and Much still going at it. Much is faster on the main straight, and he does get back into P7. That is a good straight line speed.
Gamer is fighting. And
yeah, I can see it right now.
Place, but I don't know.
Yeah, Gamer is doing absolutely wonderful right now on those Indy Inters. He's trying to fight for that P4 while Hudim gets on the inside of the Red Bull driver. Oh, that was a slip up from Hudim, and he basically gently just barely touched the Gamer in there, because Gamer, I'm pretty sure, doesn't have damage from that, but still, he basically stepped on him, so like broke in front of his face. But still, Gamer is still going after Hudim, and I can see that Gamer is actually doing much better than Hudim as of right now. There he goes on the inside, confident in that move. Didn't make it work so far, but he's gonna work on it. Oh, there goes Hudim. There goes Hudim, all out of shape, sideways. Thankfully not onto the gravel, so he's gonna have a chance to get back, but it's gonna go down all the way to P10, perhaps even worse. So yeah, Red Bull boys are doing just about fine in P4 and P5. The top 4 boys are not putting much of a fight so far. So let's take a look at what can Riyad and Crowley Voice do against Much, because Much is still defending that P6. He's way faster on the straight line, but Riyad Yamakovic is still trying to work in these corners to get the best of the AlphaTauri driver. Also, there's a bit of fight in the back, so maybe we're gonna see it later. But for now, I can see that Riyad Yamakovic trying to use that frontline speed with that slipstream to get the best of him. And can he do that? No, he can't do it quite yet, because he's still behind Much. Trying to take a look at what's going on in the back, and I see that, oh, Hudim is struggling again, because here comes Skoloin against Hudim. He's trying to get the P10 away from him, but Skoloin is having some issues of his own, so they're both slippery out there. But that is a quite interesting fight for that 1 point. Skoloin and Hudim, who's gonna get P10 now? Is Skoloin gonna do it? Oh, that was way too late on the braking, and Hudim definitely felt that. So yeah, Hudim gets a 3-second time penalty for leaving the track. I'm not sure, was that because he was pushed by Skoloin, or just he did it afterwards. But anyway, that's a 3-second penalty for Hudim. And Skoloin, let's just hope he's not having a front wing damage there, but he could be.
The rear left tire touched the line. That's why he got the penalty. Maybe it was after the contact that you saw.
Yeah, perhaps.
Even if that was the case, and because of the contact he touched the line and got the penalty, he can appeal to be removed the 3-second penalty.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I see Hudim, I don't know if he's having a very low rear downforce, because he's wobbling very, very much, mate.
Yeah, and the first pit stops. There we go. First pit stops. So perhaps this is intermediates time, and our gamer is sinking that in because he's now leading the Portuguese Grand Prix, the new leader of the race, our gamer. And those intermediates from the start, this could be a way to victory for the Red Bull driver, because if those conditions are not going to change either way, he might as well finish the race on these tires. Of course, it's a long way to go, but intermediates
You
don't
can't
get used
finish
that much.
with one set of meters. The
Yeah,
degradation
you
will be
could
very
Yeah.
heavy on the tires.
Yeah, but you might want to try. And anyway, he still has a great advantage because now everybody's going for the pit lane. Well, he's not, so that is a huge advantage for him. But not everybody came to the pit stops because Mali, Mach, Fin6, Cologne equals have
you,
stayed.
Tomasos
Equals is
for
in.
me is struggling a little bit with the Inters. I
Yeah,
don't know
he is.
if it is about the temperature that they
Yeah, pretty
that they
much,
have.
pretty much. I'm pretty sure it's about the temperature because I can see that since the most of the best of the guys has came into the pits, then this must be about time for intermediates. I refuse to believe that the top of the race
It's
just
still,
decided to go for
I
inters
can
randomly.
still see raindrops, not as heavy as at the beginning, but I can see still
Yeah.
raindrops.
Yeah, but you know, maybe it's the game doesn't fully show the weather when it comes to visual aspects,
I
so
have
maybe you can
full
see the
particles
drops,
on
but
me.
it's intermediates. I know, but the game is glitching from time to time, so maybe it's, you know, about to be time intermediates. I just had once in a lifetime situation where it was like fully dry, and then it was like heavy rain from like a blink of an eye. It was just like finger snap quick. So yeah,
Mazos is overtaking Skoloin with the wets.
yeah, and look at Skoloin. He has no grip on these wets. He's wobbling, so definitely time for inters. So yeah, there they go. Everybody
Gamer
from
did
wets
the fastest lap on
coming
the Inters, but I think
Yeah.
the Tomasos will beat the fastest lap because he has fresh Inters, and I think will beat the time of Gamer.
Yeah, exactly. And I have to wonder, what is Mali plan? Because he's still on those wets. Is he gambling it's gonna get worse as the race progresses? Or is he just like, okay, I'm fine on these wets, I'm gonna stay out with a bit of advantage? Because let's see the gap between him and equals slash Tomazos. We're gonna see, because so far he's decreasing the gap. You can see that it was about 9.2 a couple of seconds before. Now it's 8.5 already, 8.4. So definitely it is inters right now. There's no like point in staying out on wets. So either Mali has the knowledge of something we don't have, or perhaps it's just a mistake from the Red Bull driver. We don't know. Anyway,
I would
he's still
go
out
even
there.
further. Maybe Mali
Yeah.
is staying out to delay Tomasos.
Maybe.
Because
No idea.
I love conspiracy theories.
I know. Maybe it is. Maybe Red Bull are trying to
Oh,
sunk
Julipagos
Mali.
3-second penalty.
Yes, another one of those. And he also drops position to Fin6, so there must be something going on in there. I can see it
Yes,
right
3-second
now.
penalty. I
Oh,
told
they're
you
actually going side by side. Look at this. Fin6 and Hudim. Fin6 gets back up into P9. Hudim is trying to win this position back on the inside, and they almost touched, but they're still clear and good to go. This is so close, but Fin6 gets the best of Hudim as he stays in P9. They're also trying to get close to Mach, but they're still fighting their own battle as of right now, and Mali is still not coming in. What is Mali plan? What is his
I told
idea?
you,
There's no
maybe
way.
he's trying to delay Tomasos when he catches up with him. To give a head start on the gamer.
Maybe. I have no idea.
But
And
I'm
anyway,
right here with Magos and Physic.
oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt the bottom, the lower parts of the car.
I told you about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was Fin6's mistake of trying to get their squeeze there, or was that Hudim pushing him off. I have no idea. But anyway, Fin6 is gonna feel that definitely on the bottom lower of his car. I can see the times are getting better and better, so it must be getting less and less rain. I can see right now that equals slash Tomazos is just gonna...
Right now,
yeah, there he goes.
I can see it just drizzling.
He's just breezing past Mali with no defense, because what can Mali do? And Mali is about to lose another position compared to Christian, and the conditions just keep getting better. I don't understand. What is Mali doing? Is he gonna come into the pits? He does not. What is the idea? I mean, he's not even like impeding Christian or equals. Look at this. Christian's just gonna get past him like so. That's it. Oh, maybe not. Well, not so far, but still. is that really worth it? To ruin his basically whole race for those couple of tenths of seconds slowed down for Christian and equals? I'm not sure that was worth it. I'm not sure that's the idea.
Now, all we have to watch is about what the Martian Gamer, what's the gap gonna form.
Yeah, Dice gets a free second time penalty, oh no. Anyway, I'm trying to take a look at something side by side. I can see that Skoloin is right behind his teammate and Finsick. Yeah, these guys are still going at it, Finsick and Hudim. They've been going at it since the beginning of the Grand Prix, basically. For quite a while, at least. And let's see what can Finsick do. Can he get Hudim down to that corner? He does not make that move yet. He's gonna wait it out. Look for some opportunity from Finsick, from Hudim to lower his guard, maybe find the way through. So let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, tries to go around the outside. No, there's a bit of mistake from both of these guys. And now let's see what's gonna happen. And Mali losing another place to Rompo Strat. So definitely not the best time for Mali. And I'm just curious to wait to see what's gonna happen. What is the plan for the Red Bull driver number 2? Because as of right now, our gamer is just breezing past, is just cruising, having his own race.
He's losing time from the Mazos, or equals.
Yeah, he is, but the amount of gap he has built right now is still comfortable enough to not think about it for a couple of laps.
Half a lap before it was 11 seconds. Right now it's 9.
Maybe he's saving. We don't know everything. Come on, maybe he's just sandbagging, trying to...
You want Gamer to be in the win today? Okay, I hear you.
I don't want him to be in the win. I want to see a fight for the win.
So, until we have something else to talk about, let's see the position change that people had. Gamer won 4 places until now. Tomazos is second. Christian lost 2. Roboster 2. Mali gained 3. Richard 8 places. Crowley 3. Mooch 4. Hudim 3. Finsick won 2. Skamakas won 2. Skoloin won 5. And who had the penalty? Fox had the penalty. With the 5 places penalty, and he's up to 15, gaining 3 positions. And your GOAT driver, Dice, lost 1 position, and Gurla 8 places.
Yeah, Gurla had that moment. So Skoloin gets another 3 seconds. I think the closest thing we have right now is between Hudim
Gurla has 13-second penalty.
Yeah, because he had the 10 seconds, like in the first or second corner. Basically, he got like a 10 for cutting 1 corner. He had to cut that heavily because he instantly got a 10 seconds for that. So yeah, Gurla's having a lot of those. I see Hudim trying to get past Much down the main straight. Shouldn't be much of an issue. There he goes on the inside. Alpine driver gets the job done while Much is struggling. Always gonna try to win his back. No, I was looking forward to that maneuver, but there's not going to be counter. In the meantime, Riyad Yamakovic gets a position back from Mali, gets back up into P5. Mali keeps on losing those positions. Man, what is he doing? It's not even half the race behind us. Oh, that was so close from Much. I don't know if you were seeing that, but Much basically broke right before Hudim, because if he was braking just a second too late, he would have went right into him, and now he's gonna have to watch over his shoulder because here comes Finsick. Can he get the move done on Much? Much is trying to defend. Finsick was quicker out of that corner. He had a better exit, but he can't make the move just about yet. Here he goes to the right side of the AlphaTauri driver. Makes the move work. Is gonna be a counter attack from Much.
Takes 3
yes,
seconds.
There it is. Yeah, another one of those, but we're gonna count them later on. Rompo Strat gets the fastest lap for Mercedes, while Much and Finsick kept going at it, but it's Finsick who is so far on top in that rivalry, and Mali just dropped another position by going heavily wide. I have no idea at this point what Red Bull are trying to do with Mali. What is Mali trying to do with himself?
For the track to get dry, to go for the mediums or something like that.
Yeah, but it's not worth it. He's already got down to P7, and at this rate, in the couple of next lap, he's gonna be out of the points soon enough. Look at him going. He's also going sideways in some corners. That is completely not worth the trouble.
I'm with Mats and Finsick. They are fighting like crazy.
Yeah, at least they're giving us some entertainment, because look at the gap. The gaps in this race are so big as of right now. Everybody is so far away from each other, but Finsik, Match, and Hudim are going at it the whole time. So at least they're giving us some entertainment before the pit stops pandemonium, which we are expecting to see in a couple of laps. In the meantime, Querca gets a 3-second penalty for track limit violations, and there was somebody else with the penalty as well, but I just missed it. It was blinked for a second. Gurla gets another 3-second penalty.
Everybody from 7th place and until the end of the grid, except Crystals, have penalties.
Yeah, that is wild, the amount of penalties. Now, Equals and Christian swapping these fastest laps. Christian is not giving it away. 1.5 behind Equals, and Equals is only 4 seconds behind Gamer. So this is getting more interesting. Yeah, Mali is now gonna have a whole train behind him, and now he's just gonna have to move out of the way. There's not much he can do in here. And again, what is Mali doing as he's gonna get down to P10? Oh, look at this. This is gonna be a 3-man wide into turn 1. Yes, it is. Who's gonna be the man on top? March made it count, but here comes Finsik down the inside, and there he goes, winning that position back. Great maneuver from the Williams driver. Can he hold this position from March, who's gonna try to get back on the left side? There he goes, and no, March is not gonna make that move. Finsik defends nicely as they leave Mali behind to be eaten by the Aston Martin duo, who are getting closer with every lap, and Mali is about to be out of the pointing positions. No idea what's going on there. And Equals is getting closer towards Gamer. So for now, let's stay with Finsik and Match, but the moment Equals is gonna get close to Gamer, we're gonna have to switch there to look at the fight for the lead. But for now, let's stick with the midfield boys, Finsik, Hudim, Match. Actually, Hudim pulled away quite nicely. He used this situation with Mali, who slowed down a bit, both Match and Finsik, to get away from these two. So now he's pulling away and going safe for P7. Rompostrat gets another fastest lap of the race, 126.1. Yeah, the track is definitely drying up. You can see it by both times and Mali's position. So Ria Diamakovic gets a new fastest lap again. So it's going to be a couple of those in the next following laps. And we're still waiting for the track to get better enough. Do you think it's going to be actually dry enough for the slicks? We need to get some info in the chat. If somebody could tell us, is there a chance, at least a chance, for some slicks?
I still see raindrops in my monitor.
Oh, the DRS is enabled. Look at this.
Oh my god.
It is going to be dry, or unless it's just for a second, but it looks like it's going to be dry. And look at this. It's so good enough to have DRS enabled while Mali just stays on wets. He can't even defend anymore. Lepson gets a 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. He's the first man to show up in the pits, but he's going to get a penalty for that as well. Mali just keeps dropping places. He's already down to P12, and it's not going to last much longer. So, yeah. Our Gamer, I think he is the favorite as of right now to win this Grand Prix. He started from about P4, I believe, but he's now leading. He's going to be the first man in the pits? Question mark. Let's see. Or is he going to stay out? He's staying out. Look at this. He's staying out while Equals is not. Neither is Christian. They're both coming in, and Gamer is staying out. If Gamer can pull off second big brain of the race and just stay out while everybody goes in for slicks or fresh inters, because at this point, it's either fresh inters or slicks. Slicks, medium. There he goes. Mediums for Equals and Christian Hearts. Okay, interesting.
I don't think Hearts is...
Yeah.
It's a very good option right now because of the weather. It's going to take a lot of time to heat up.
Yeah, I mean, Finsik gets a 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. And I'm not sure that you need to go for Hearts. I'm pretty sure mediums would have better grip, of course, what they would have, but I'm pretty sure they would be able to last till the end of the race. I don't think you need mediums, but yeah, I guess he's gonna be faster at the end of the race. I don't know. What's bothering me right now is our Gamer. What is he planning? Because he proved himself to be quite strategic genius, at least somebody who was telling him to do so. I don't know if it's himself or some kind of strategy guy behind him, but he has built quite a nice lead as of right now. But I can see that slicks are way faster right now. Look at the gap between Equals and Gamer.
Very fast right now.
Yeah. So Gamer's gonna have to come into the pits. I mean, technically, because we were saying the same thing about Mali, and he came just right now. He's P13, which is such a mistake from the Red Bull. And there he goes, into the pit lane. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna hold his lead. I'm not sure. Oh, 5 seconds! 5 seconds for pit lane.
Oh,
Oh, come
God.
on. I mean, surely it's gonna increase the excitement in battle for the lead. But I mean, come on. Our gamer had the whole race planned, set it up. Basically was confirmed to be a successful man tonight. And he might just throw it away.
Let's see if the undercut of Tommaso's or Equals did the trick. He's gonna find...
Here comes Equals. Equals is only less than 2 seconds. Is it going less than a second? Yes, he's gonna be in the DRS. This is too bad for Gamer. I don't think he can... Oh, and Christian! 3 seconds as well. Christian gets a 3 second as well. So Equals is, as of right now, the things are a favorite to win this GP, the opening GP of the season. So yeah, Equals is on a runner unless he makes a mistake and gets a penalty, just like Gamer. But Gamer's got 5 seconds. You would need to have a 5 as well, or at least gets a 3 second, and then Gamer would have to make a 2 second gap, which is quite hard to do when you have a guy right behind you with a DRS. So Equals is in a very comfortable situation. Christian, let's be honest, he made a mistake with those hearts. Those are completely not useful as of right now. He's 4 seconds behind the guys up ahead of him, and I don't think he's gonna make up this much of a gap at the ending stage of the race. So Christian has probably done a mistake with those hearts. Fun fact, Finsek is also on a hard set of tires, and I don't think that was a good decision as well. I mean, he's racing Houdim right now for P7, who is on the mediums, and he just keeps pulling away. So yeah, these hearts are not useful at all as of right now. Mali is still stuck in P14.
Tommaso's.
Yep, there he goes. Tommaso / Equals is now again leading the Portuguese Grand Prix, the fastest lap as well. And the question is, what can Gamer do? I mean, he's gonna have to put him under pressure, try to force him into a mistake, because if he won't, then that was basically a race win given away. He had all the things he needed to win this Grand Prix, and then he just ruined it with that one infamous pit stop. So yeah, that would be a heartbreak for Gamer, but of course that would be something very nice to have from Equals. I mean, even without the penalty, Equals is still a race winner candidate here tonight. Look at the pace he has been showing us tonight, not only in qualifying session where he just about lost to Christian, but in the whole race itself, both in dry and wet conditions, Equals has been showing us some amazing drive here tonight. So definitely one of the favorites to win here tonight. And yeah, Gamer is still in the mix. I mean, he can't do much more in here, so... But there's not much of a fight anywhere else. I'm trying to take a look at it. I can see that Mali is trying to stay on the back of Crystals, but he's just barely in there with the DRS, so it's not looking like much of a fight. So, all we can do as of right now is just, I think, take a look at some fight in the midfield, because Gamer...
riding one fastest lap after the other. He wants to to break away from Gamer.
I'm trying to find some fight in the midfield, but there's absolutely no fight in the midfield. There's a battle for P1, but of course it's more of a strategy like towing, because Gamer is just being towed by Equals to the finish line right now. They're just gonna follow each other with sometimes swapping place with the DRS line, but nothing out of ordinary in here, so we're not gonna see too much in the lead. And there's absolutely no side-by-side win.
In P7? Yes. And he's closing the gap with Crowley, I think.
You said Dice is gonna be last, but he's actually catching up to Larson. So, oh my god, as I said it, he almost went sideways, but he's still going there. He's still going. Dice is trying his best.
Now the bet we are gonna have is, will he finish the race?
Yeah, absolutely. So, couple of... Yeah, actually, you got the point, because I was about to say there's not many things interesting going on right now, but you just reminded me that Dice is in the race, which means we can have a safety car at any moment. So, and Dice is about to make an overtake. Why don't we take a look at Dice, because he's just getting closer to Larson. I want to see if he can actually get past him and if he can make it clean. Because it would be absolutely hilarious if he would just right now call a safety car out of the blue as we speak about it. But of course, I hope it's not going to happen for the rest of the boys. It would completely ruin the race for some guys.
We know who to blame, okay?
Of course, it would be
we have
Lady Fortune.
We have the video registered, okay? For you begging for a safety car.
Yeah, I'm totally begging, absolutely on my knees right now. Yeah.
You heard it, guys, live.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you know the race is amazing when you're watching Dice fight for P18. That's when you know the race is good. But actually, why don't we switch to Crystals? Because he actually got close enough to Skoloin to challenge him for P11 while he has Mali on his back. Mali was there for a while, but now since there are 3 people going together, maybe there's gonna something happening here. So let's take a look at those guys. As Crystals has DRS on Skoloin, which he of course doesn't because he's all there by himself.
Interesting fact that we missed is that Robostat is closing up on Christian. I don't know if Christian is gonna hold up his place. We will have to wait and see. Larson 3-second penalty.
That is the question, because I'm wondering, because Christian, he didn't just took those hards because he was like, yeah, those mediums are not gonna go to the finish line. He must have some kind of other idea. I'm wondering, is he gonna be fast enough at the ending stages of the race, like, you know, lap 30, 31, that he can actually get ahead of those guys on those hards? I'm wondering.
Yes,
we're gonna
but again,
see
the
that later.
temperature is very low because it was raining right now, so the degradation is it's less than expected.
Okay,
high temperature, high degradation.
Okay, and here comes Crystals to the left side of Skoloin. Not too much Skoloin can do in here, and Crystals is up into P11. The question is Skoloin gonna throw a counterattack, or is Mali gonna challenge? Ooh, Aston Martin driver, who just went a bit sideways, to say the least, and Mali basically gently pushed him, so I hope Mali doesn't have a damage from that, because that would be silly, but still, he gets the job done, goes up into P12, but I believe that, yeah, this time they were spent on fighting each other has allowed Crystals to pull away from the DRS, so they're not going to have a DRS as of right now, but Mali is actually trying to fight for the DRS, but he's out of the 1 second gap, so he's not going to have him for a while now. So the only fight we have again for now is Cologne against Mali and Dice against Larson, who are still going at it. Dice is still looking for a way past Larson, still hasn't found a way. I mean, I don't know what to say. Honestly, I have no idea what to talk about. If I'm running out of ideas what to talk about, then it is really bad. But yeah, again, we have 3-man battle, thankfully, because Mali was able to...
Robo is going in the DRS zone very soon.
Yeah, I can see Mali is trying to get back against Crystals to challenge him and actually fight him for P11 with Skoloin already behind them. And that is the closest thing we have as of right now to a on-track battle. Okay, Dice is falling off from Larson.
Let's do some maths. If Robo overtakes Christian, he's gonna be P3 because Christian may have... our gamer may have 5-second penalty, but it's a 6-second gap.
Yeah, so... Oh, I'm actually watching it. Our gamer, and they actually went a bit sideways with Equals, but they're back to... Oh! Equals left! Equals has left! He disconnected! Oh no! Is he gone? Is he like gone, or is he coming back? I mean, I can see it's a ghost, he's not here, but is he coming back? The question, because
I don't know.
If he's gonna come back, he can still try to win.
We have to check what the people in Discord say.
I mean, if he's gone and he's not coming back, then... I mean, give me a second, I'm gonna take a look, because if he would just give away a win like that, it would be awful. I mean, first it seems like Gamer's gonna throw a win away, but now it seems like he's gonna throw a win away, so let me just check the general chat real quick. No, I don't see any info since the last half an hour, so absolutely no idea what's going on with Equals, but anyway, I'm afraid he's gone. I mean, hopefully he's gonna get back, because it would be a shame to watch him go out here in Portugal like that, because he was absolutely favored to win this race, but as of right now, I mean,
He
it's
may
good
lose
for the
even
show.
the
It's gonna get
second place.
interesting.
He may
I
even
mean, it
lose the
is good
second
for the
place
show
from
because
Christian.
yeah, we have Gamer in the lead who has, as of right now, 5 seconds, Christian with 3 seconds, and Rompostrat. So as of right now, Rompostrat is still in the battle for the win, despite being P4, which is wild. But yeah, this is how it goes. So if he can actually get close enough to Christian to get a DRS from him, or at least he's gonna get a DRS from Equals Ghost. Look at this. So he's first gonna get a DRS from Equals Ghost, then from Christian, and then he's gonna get closer towards Gamer, close enough between 5 seconds. He's gonna win the GP, and it seems like it because he's faster than Christian. Christian's on hard, so he's gonna be faster than Christian. And Gamer, well, he's not too quick, he's not too slow, but I think that Rompostrat could actually do it. So this is absolutely interesting to see which ways it's gonna go. However, Rompostrat doesn't have enough ERS. He's out of the battery at this point, while Christian has about 50%. So Christian is safe for now, and technically he might try to extend his lead long enough to survive on these tires, because again, as the race progresses, the better for Christian, who's gonna have better tires at the end of the race. So definitely gonna be looking at that. So 1.3 away from Christian, 1.4, Christian 4.7. I mean, if Christian wants to win the race, he has to not only build a gap of 3 seconds over Rompostrat, but also has to get close in 2 seconds behind our Gamer, which again is not impossible, but it's gonna be difficult. So yeah, unfortunately, Equals, who basically has had the GP won, is not gonna win the GP, and his finishing position is left to be a question mark. But at least as a compensation for that, we're gonna see an interesting fight for the win to the finish line, because now who knows who's gonna win this. Yellow flags for the McLaren. No, that was Ferrari in the back. Oh, and Skoloin red tires, but in the pit lane. Okay, I was wondering if it's gonna be a safety car. It would spice things up, but no, it's gonna be retirement in the pit lane for Skoloin. So we keep on racing, and Rompostrat is getting in the distant range of DRS on Christian. If he's actually gonna reach him, it's gonna be probably
live
done.
right now. You will see Robo is 5.3 seconds away from first place.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he is.
Christian is 4 seconds and Robo is 5.
Yes. I mean, yeah, well, basically you're trying to tell me that he's in the range of the win. Yes, I know, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to sit behind Christian. I mean, look at this. He's got DRS already, so he's probably going to overtake Christian, and since they got DRS and Gamer doesn't, all that Rompostrat has to do is just follow Christian in a slipstream and DRS, switch DRS with him from time to time, and he's going to win the race. Honestly, that's all he has to do. And Christian's going to benefit from that as well, because as they lift each other, then they're going faster. If they're going faster, they get closer to Gamer. And if Christian wants to be on the podium, the second place on the podium, he needs to be 2 seconds behind Gamer on the finish line, because if he won't, he's going to be finishing P3 at best. So, yeah. Gotta see where's this gonna go.
Still is ghosted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not coming back unless it's gonna be like a major comeback. But even at this point in time, I think he's out of the fight for the win. So yeah, too bad. What a shame, because he was doing absolutely great work. But yeah, things like that happen in league racing. So too bad. So Rompostrat 0.4 seconds behind Christian already, as he's following him. Christian is 4 seconds behind our Gamer, and this gap is slowly but surely closing in. So Gamer has to pull something extra in here. Doesn't have a lot of battery. He's only at 20%. Christian's got 35 in the tank, and Rompostrat at 15. So Gamer can't really do much unless, Christian and Rompostrat for no reason decide to go to war and like push each other off the track. Then that's the only thing that could actually help Gamer win the race, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So as of right now, the only thing Rompostrat needs to do is just gently and patiently wait for Christian to cross the finish line and finish behind him, right behind him, and then pick up the win for the Portuguese Grand Prix. And despite Equals going out of the race the way he did, Mercedes actually had a brilliant race, and I would say that in confidence that if equals were here to the finish line and nothing crazy would happen, like, I don't know, him DNFing for some reason, like crashing into the wall, this could be a Mercedes 1-2. Because Rompostrat is going to be first no matter what. He would be second back then if equals were to finish. So this could be a Mercedes 1-2 while they had P2 and P3 in the qualifying sessions. So a great start to Mercedes season. But yeah, since equals will most likely not finish the race at all, and even if he will, then there'll be some scraps of a points if he's gonna even finish the point, because it's already down to P5 and he's only 11 seconds ahead of Crowley Voice. So yeah, we're gonna see where he's gonna finish. Is he even gonna have points counted if he were to finish in points? I have no idea how does that works when it comes to the FIA. Does he have to go like 80% of the race, like 50% of the race finished? I have no idea. Maybe someone will give us some info later on, but yeah. Again, not much going on as of right now. Wait, there is going on. Why didn't you tell me? Dice is P16, ahead of Larson. We missed it. Somehow missed it. And he's done it clean without safety car, causing a safety car. What a man.
We have 5 laps to go. Come on.
Come on, you don't believe in my man?
No?
You are brutal, my friend. You are absolutely brutal.
I was brutal with Crowley yesterday. What did you expect from me?
And now you're brutal with Dice. How dare you? I just realized something. Larsen is gone as well. No, wait. What? He was... Hey, look at this. Can you see Larsen? Why is he ghost half of the time? He's like full car, then he goes into a ghost for like a couple of seconds. What's going on?
Because he was to be lapped.
Ah, he's lapped. Okay. But now he's not lapped and he's ghost again. I have no idea what's going on in this game. Anyway. Yeah. So I guess it's inevitable at this point that Rompostrat is going to win the Portuguese Grand Prix because they just keep getting closer and closer towards Gamer. Again, Rompostrat could get a penalty. That would shift everything. But we're, of course, taking a scenario he's not going to get a penalty out of nowhere and he's going to win the GP. So, but we saw those things happen even today with Gamer picking up 5 seconds going into the pit lane. So yeah, anything can happen. Oh my goodness me, what do we talk about? I mean, Crystals is in the fight for P11 against Mali, technically, but it's not much of a close fight, so... Why don't you give us something to talk about? Come on, give me something. A prediction for the season, anything, you know, call it.
With the starting of this season and the Greeks...
Tier 2 prediction, anything. Tier 2 prediction. What is your Tier 2 prediction? What do you think is going to happen this season?
I would say this, that the Greeks are going to challenge everybody. We saw...
Everybody.
We saw Tomasos Racing and Crowley. They are P5 and P6. And Houtimakros P7. We have 4 Greeks in top 10.
Yeah, it's true. So
five,
maybe.
which is Kamagas too.
Yeah, so maybe. My prediction is Dice is gonna finish in points in at least 3 races this season. That is my prediction.
We have it recorded. Okay, so at the end of the season, you can go back to the bank and get paid because
of course,
bank here is gonna give away some money.
I'm pretty sure if I were to bet like $1 on this one, I would probably get back like 1,000. Oh, come on, or 100. Let's not be that much of a Dice hater. I love the guy, so 100 is fine. But yeah. I mean, I'm not even bullying the guy. I genuinely want him to do something good. I'm waiting for that moment for Dice to, I don't know, win the GP and be there. I'm gonna definitely be there for Dice. I wanna scream out loud the fact he's gonna win the GP, but
he won the GP. Come on, don't be
I know
greedy.
He did in the past, but I wasn't there. I wanna see it. I wanna experience
Go on
it.
YouTube and watch it. Come on.
It's not the same. It's not the same. Rewatching the replays is not the same thing as experiencing it live. Come on, man. I can tell you the same. If you want a wet race, go on a YouTube and watch a replay of a wet race. What do you mean? It's not the same.
Who won a wet race?
Anyone. You want wet race every week, so instead of just hoping for a wet race, just go on YouTube and watch one where it was actually raining. You don't need to wait the whole week.
I will let you on a secret after the stream. Okay.
You are doing it.
I will let you on a secret after the stream. Lepson 5 seconds penalty speed in pit lane.
Lepson has retired in the pit lane. Not gonna continue on. As we have 2 laps to go. Nothing changing in top. It's still Gamer going first, followed by Christian, but it's still Rompostrat who, as the things stay, will win the Grand Prix.
He's not pushing. Robo is not
yeah.
pushing.
The only thing we have to figure out at this point is... Oh, Riyad! He's retiring, what? In the pit lane, but why? What? He was P4! What do you mean? I'm more than confused of this race. What is going on? First equals and now... I mean, equals, sure, he could have like a lag, but... Why Riyad? What happened?
Maybe he got upset about something?
What do you mean upset? He was P4! Bloody hell! Why? It's like in football, you're leading 2-0, you decide that... No, I don't want to finish the game, I'm leaving.
I can't just stop the stream and check the Discord.
I know you can explain this, me too. I need to check Discord about what's going on, because maybe somebody will tell me. I have no idea what is going on in this race. So the only info we got is... What is this? No, it's nothing related to the race, so... No, we don't get any information so far about what is going on in here. So yeah. I'm trying to take a look at Christian's gap to Gamer, because remember, if he's gonna be in the 2 seconds, he's gonna be P2, but he needs to go... He needs to decrease the gap a second because he's 3 seconds behind him. He needs to finish 2 seconds behind him to get P2, because as of right now he's gonna be P3.
Robo overtook him. I don't know.
Yeah, probably he's letting Grompa through. But I think it's too late. I think it's too late.
Penalty.
Yeah, I think it's too late because he's 3 seconds ahead of him. He's gonna have to decrease 1 second on that last lap, which is, as of right now, his last lap, and I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna happen. Look at this. Gamer is about to go into a final sector, final corners, and no, Christian's not gonna do it. So the man who started this race with weird off strategy almost paid off, if not for that silly mistake in the pit lane. He's gonna finish this race first, but he's gonna be on a second stage of podium as Gamer crosses the line to get P2, because Rompostrat wins the Portuguese opener of Tier 2 with Christian on the final step of the podium. And now who's gonna be where after the penalties will be applied? Let's see, because we're gonna have plenty of position swaps. Definitely Hudim is not gonna hold this P4. He's gonna go down behind Crowley for sure. But is he gonna finish ahead of...
P6.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna count equals. Are they gonna give him the points for where the bot finished, or are they gonna not include him? I have no idea how the FI will take a look at this. But anyway, technically, Crowley Voice is P4. That is guaranteed, no doubt about this. Is he? No, he gave it up. Look at this. He was right behind Crowley, Hurim, but he gave it up because he was in that 6 seconds. But he slowed down, I believe, on purpose, because there was no way he made such a mistake. So Crowley P... Oh wait, did Crowley have a penalty? I'm confused. Who had a penalty, Crowley or Hudim? I think Hudim had a penalty. Anyway, Hudim, Crowley, technically equals much. Skamagas, Finsick, and Crystals are finishing in the points. So, yeah, to say it was a weird race is to, like, say nothing. I mean, that was absolutely mad race. And not even from the racing perspective, from, like, overall perspective, what was going on in this race. But yeah, it was definitely an interesting opener.
Hudim, driver of the day.
Hudim, driver of the day. I mean, trying to find the best possible pick for driver of the day. I mean, Rompostrat hasn't made a single mistake, and we kind of have to give it to him because he didn't left, he didn't get a penalty, that's one thing. Crowley voice went from P10 to P5. It's hard. I mean, there weren't many moments where you can easily say, yep, that is the driver of the day, so we're gonna have to think hard about this one, but what do you say? Who impressed you the most today?
I would go with Crowley. He gained 5 places.
Yeah, Crowley is a solid pick. It would be easily our gamer if not for that 5-second penalty, because he started 4th, got the most wild strategy and could have won this race, but
right now
of course we know how that finished.
Grid has penalties except Crowley to Mazos and Robostat.
Yeah, absolutely wild race when it comes to those time penalties, and I don't know if somebody's gonna show up.
That's why I'm saying Crowley, because he managed to stay focused at least today and didn't get a penalty.
Yeah. So I don't think. I mean, are we getting any interviews tonight? I have no idea. I mean,
I don't know.
we would have a lot of questions for guys like Riyadh or Equals, but I don't think Equals is even here, and I don't think Riyadh's gonna come talk with us. I don't know, maybe because I mean, why Riyadh retired is gonna be a mystery. It's like Slipstream League Racing fucking iceberg. Why did Riyadh Yamakovic just retire in P4 out of nowhere? What was the idea? I have no idea, man. So anyway, that wraps up the Season 14 Tier 2 opener in Portugal. I hope you were entertained by what you saw, or at least what you heard, at least more than we were. So yeah, we are hoping for more emotions with the next race to follow. Of course, we're going to have Tier 1 tomorrow in Portugal, the final race on the track this season. And then we are going to the next track, which is going to be... What is it going to be? Can you remind me? I have no idea.
Give me a few seconds.
It's going to be Spain in next week. So we're going to Catalonia for the next race for round 2, I believe. Yes, round 2, Spain. So
nobody wants to talk to us.
No, I mean, there's not much to talk about tonight. Come on, let's be honest. So yeah, that's going to be a wrap for... Season 14 Tier 2 Portuguese Grand Prix. So, what do you want to add from yourself to the finish?
That we are going to have a lot of fun tomorrow with the best of the best of the SLR.
Hopefully.
And we are going to have a lot of fighting going on tomorrow. So, stay tuned, guys. We are going to give you, I think, a good content every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7:30 CET. So tomorrow, don't forget the best of the SLR fighting for the championship. We will have new contenders, and I think we are going to have a lot of fun, especially when it's raining. So if you like what you saw and you want to participate in the championship, you can join our Discord to get the information you need, how to join the championships, and be from the inside of the SLR workarounds. So without further delay, I wish you all have a good night and see you all tomorrow. Like, subscribe, and follow on Twitch, because we are streaming both on Twitch and YouTube. Do you have anything else to say to our guests?
No, I don't think I do. I just want to wish them a good evening tonight, and hopefully they're going to tune up for tomorrow and to hear us next week as well for Tier 2. As I'm going to be there definitely. I don't know with who yet, because maybe we're not going to see each other in next week, you and me, because I have no idea who's going to be doing commentary with me, but we'll see about that.
Until tomorrow or the next week, have a nice